I'm excited.
There it is.
Ooh, we done came up. Ooh. All right, you guys ready?
Live from the GoldenPod City.
Ooh, I like that. That's not bad at all.
The new intro right there.
That's not bad. Hello, everyone. We bike. We back. We here.
Yes.
I am Mel Crosby.
I am Shaw.
And we are GoldenPod City. Today, we have a guest.
We actually do.
The 8-bit hero himself.
Pull up on the train and everything.
Ball of mistakes out now.
Hey.
Introduce yourself, friend.
Let me just plug myself real quick. Ball of Mistakes, my new album is out now.
Hey, do it. Hey,
This is
do
the
it.
radio tower, bro. Do what you got to.
Excuse me.
From the top of the tower. You're just going to cough all over the mic. It's cool.
Don't bring no sickness from it. Yeah, I mean, we
Give everyone in the room Pokerus.
I left. Pokerus. Wow. I left my water bottle at home and I'm super upset about it because it has ice in it. It's got like the crunchy ice. In it.
Oh, okay.
And it is
Fancy.
It's at home and I'm.
It's just at home.
I can feel the tears.
Anyway, I should properly introduce myself. I go by Phrasure. If you want to spell that, it's Phrasure.
PH?
You can find me. I am a hip-hop artist, a rapper, and a producer.
He is that.
And I like Pokemon. You can find me on all streaming services.
This is not going smooth.
I'm so bad at promoting myself. I'm really not good at it. Like I should, and also like my tags, like my Instagram and my Twitter, they don't match. So it's like it's one of those things. Like I need to have some uniformity, but I do not because.
Whatever. Struggles of a celebrity.
You are the only like Phrasure though. I mean, if you type in your stage name, how it's spelled, you're gonna come up.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about me. Tell me about yourself.
Actually, hey, can I interrupt really quickly and just say for the listeners, we have 4 mics now. We've been rocking with 2 mics and me in the background. So I'm going to introduce myself as well. I'm Earthling, just so everyone knows.
We evolved.
That's the end of that. Boom.
Yes.
Break for applause.
Not okay. Yeah.
My bad, because you weren't supposed to eat. But, okay, but word on the street is 3rd gen is your that's your prime time and everything, right?
Yes, 3rd gen is
That's later.
3rd gen doesn't come up, but
3rd gen's comes this later.
I'm eager, bro. I'm eager.
We're definitely gonna get to that, but 3rd gen is your favorite.
I'm just zooming out. Y'all can keep talking.
Okay, I didn't know. It looks like you stopped. I don't know what was going on. Yes, 3rd gen is my favorite, and I know that is a sensitive topic around here.
Well, only for me. But, okay. We're definitely gonna argue about it later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's. What are we getting into first, gentlemen?
We would like to know. What is your favorite Pokemon? Ever.
He's melting in his chair. Just
This is
everyone
where
can
we're starting.
You have to pick one.
We're starting with this?
One Pokemon. What is your favorite Pokemon?
Wow.
I mean, this would be pretty tough.
From every generation.
Every generation.
Well, not not 7 or 8 or whatever, but
Because,
just
like,
you have to pick one Pokemon.
Not 7 or 8.
No.
What he means is not 7
Well, I
or 8
mean, like, don't
different
pick
Pokemon.
7 Pokemon.
I'm
saying
that's
the
your
one
7th
Pokemon.
gen.
Yeah, I thought it was
Generations on the
7th gen
table.
too.
No,
I was
So,
like,
no.
man.
No.
Okay.
if I had to pick one, oh man, that's so hard. I would probably, if we're thinking about like design and usability and like whatever, I'd probably go with Houndoom.
Oh, it's a good choice.
Interesting.
So, like, they drop you in the Pokemon world, and Professor Oak's like, you get one Pokemon. What is your Pokemon?
It would be Houndour to evolve into Houndoom.
Cool. I like that.
Which is funny because, like, in the real world, the world that we're presently occupying, I'm not really a dog person, but I don't know.
That is kind of weird.
I've always felt some kind of connection with Houndour.
I feel you, because I like Scrafty. He's a lizard. I don't like reptiles at all.
I think my mom would take my Houndour away because I mean it's like demonic and everything.
Mine too.
Right.
Mine too. Yeah, I got a story about that off podcast I have to tell you. But
Actually, I always kind of figured Houndour and Houndoom were more on the wolf side of the dog family.
Fair enough. Yeah. As opposed to where Growlithe and Arcanine.
And that new little corgi thing that I don't like very much.
You don't like it?
Yamper?
God,
You don't like Yamper?
Can we just talk about the color scheme?
But
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
kind of with you on
Color
that,
scheme's
though.
a little
I'm not-
off.
That
I
matters
agree.
way too much to me about like if Pokemons are like odd colors. I'm just like no.
It reminds me a lot of like Buizel, like the little like buoy kind of.
Yeah. I actually really like that thing a lot. Though, so.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting data.
I'll keep this
Yeah.
information to myself now.
Well, Houndour and Houndoom.
Yeah. Probably specifically Houndoom, but yeah, Houndour and
Professor,
Houndoom.
I like a hellhound.
Basically.
Yep.
Do you have a favorite Pokemon game?
It would probably be, I don't know. That's tough because I grew up with. I only grew up like 3rd gen and before is what I really know. I don't really know any of the later stuff. 4th and on, it's not really my expertise. They're introducing it into Pokemon Go, so I have some 4th and 5th generation Pokemon, but I'm not well versed in those games. To answer your question, it would probably be either Emerald or Pokemon Coliseum because of how different Pokemon Coliseum is.
Okay, well that's good.
I feel
'Cause
it.
I was gonna say it's safe to. I think it's safe to count those as well, like
Yeah.
that and Gale of Darkness.
Yeah,
So,
which I like
Yeah.
those, and I even like for the Nintendo 64, I had Pokemon Snap, and I really love Pokemon Snap.
Great game.
It's so much fun, and I would love to see. I would love to see a revamp for it.
Oh,
on
of
the
course.
Switch. I think that would.
Oh, yeah.
I think that would work really well. I like with the interface of the Switch,
Mhm.
and I think that I just think it could work. And also, there was this game, which I don't think y'all talked about it. It's called Pokemon Puzzle League.
I've heard of that.
I heard
And it was like it was
Puzzle
really
League.
like it was only very barely a Pokemon game. It was like it's based on like an actual puzzle game. I don't know what it's called, but I played that for the Nintendo 64, and that one's very nostalgic for me. So I like that a lot.
I
But,
never played that one.
I have
trying
it.
to- I'm trying to remember. I know there was Troze that was like Tetris style.
I never
but
played that one.
I can't remember like how exactly Puzzle League was like in
It was-
comparison to something maybe.
I don't know the puzzle game for which it is like a spin-off of, so I don't know. But I know that you like instead of you don't battle Pokemon, you do these puzzles and they send. It's really hard to explain without having a visual for it.
yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Is it like almost like a Tetris style thing, like a Tetris battle kind of thing? You like send blocks back and forth. or
yeah,
something
you
like
send
that?
blocks back and forth as you're like completing a puzzle, and first person who gets to the top, like their puzzle full loses.
Okay, yeah.
So it's something like, it's.
I'm not gonna lie,
weird
that does
and
not
cool.
sound fun.
It actually, which
Absolutely.
this may just be 6-year-old me talking, but it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
He says,
I'm
"Shut
with
up."
you on that. Basically,
I mean,
Throws fists.
which, and I may judge you based on your answer, but
Oh, boy.
which Pokemon game did you start with? What was the first one?
I know what your judgment would be, but I don't think that I actually started with 1st gen. I think I started with 2nd gen,
Oh Lord, have mercy.
and I think I started. I think I started with Crystal.
Y'all trying to kill me.
Oh boy.
Y'all trying to kill me.
I actually
Here
never
we
played
go.
Crystal.
Crystal is fire.
That's fine. I mean, it's the same as Silver and Gold.
I mean, it is more or less the same as Silver and Gold, just with minor plot.
The first time
differences.
you could pick a male or female character.
Yeah.
Yes, that is also
Yeah.
correct. And the cartridge is blue and
Yeah.
shiny,
Yep.
and it's really
That was
it
a
looks
real
really
nice
cool.
cartridge.
Yeah.
Like it looks really cool.
Oh boy.
Man, y'all trying to take me
He
out.
doesn't care about
Y'all
that.
trying to take me out.
Not at the moment.
Crystal.
Here we go.
Not even Silver or Gold. I would have judged you then too, but
No, I mean I definitely the only reason that I say that is because I know that I played Red or Blue. I just don't remember which one it was.
Oh, safe.
I played it so young that I don't have like an active memory of playing it. The
Very-
first one I
very
actively
safe.
remember playing was Crystal.
well, yes, we are a bit older than you, so I guess.
Only
Like
slight,
the
like,
age
what,
gap
a
thing.
couple years.
So wait,
Yeah.
hold on. How old were you when you first played Pokemon Red and Blue? Or
I
Red,
was
should
5.
say. Okay. And you were like able to engage with it enough to like, oh, I understand what's going on and I can beat this.
Now I couldn't read. My mom had to read like the important text.
Oh man, that's adorable.
Like
That's really cute.
She like read Professor Oak's like beginning speech and stuff, and then I just kind of took it from there from watching the show.
Okay, because I was 6 years old, 6 or 7 when I first got a Game Boy. My mother sent it up to New York where I was living at the time. And I remember getting it, and like I didn't even know it was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just knew of Pokemon, and I loved it. And I remember like talking on the phone with her, and like, oh my god, and she like sent the Game Boy, the purple clear. It was awesome.
Oh yeah,
that's fire.
I got the same one.
And she got me blue version,
Man,
because blue was my favorite color.
you gonna wait till now to drop that on me?
I thought I told you that before, but regardless,
Crystal's kind of blue.
and that even like when Gold and Silver came out, I went with Silver because it was like the closest to blue for me.
I got silver too.
Yeah.
But
I think I prefer Silver to Gold. I think I like Lugia better than I like Ho-Oh.
Yeah,
my upstairs neighbor, though, I said all that to say that he was like maybe 9 or 10. And he actually beat the first gym for me because I was like just running around. Like I don't even know what I'm doing right now. So that was like my first real concept of like playing a Game Boy game like that, like RPG style.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
I definitely didn't get type advantage or anything like that because I just embered my way through Brock. So I mean,
That's funny. The first Game Boy that I had, it was a Game Boy Color. My uncle at the time was working like on an airplane, like he was working at the airport, and I believe that he was working not like a steward or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and he found this Game Boy that someone had just left there.
oh
And
wow.
he like went and asked like people. He was like, "Does this belong to you? Does this belong to you? Does this belong to you?" And he did not get an answer, so he took it
Team Rocket.
and brought it to me. I was 3 years old. This Game Boy was a yellow Game Boy that had the Pokemon on the side. It had a
I've seen that.
Jigglypuff and a Pikachu.
I've seen that one.
And I believe it actually had a Pichu on it. But I think maybe not. Maybe it didn't have a Pichu on it. I could be wrong. But it was yellow on the front and it had a blue back.
Oh, that's
and it had
fire.
Pokemon on the side.
I've definitely seen that.
I was 3 years old at the time. So
Well, that's cool.
1997.
Oh, that's
1997.
wild to hear.
98.
I'm Grandpa right now. That's me.
But that is my first experience of getting a Game Boy, which it's wild to me that I cannot remember because I know that I played first gen, but I do not have any active memory of playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember playing it later at my cousin's house when I was older, and I played red version. We both had red version, which was weird.
It's fine. Just proper.
Couldn't get the exclusives though.
It's fine. You don't need them. It's okay.
But anyway, yeah, nostalgia and stuff.
Man, they want you to catch them all at the beginning.
I have never in my life cared about catching them all.
Okay, really
That's
quickly.
the whole thing, though.
I just looked up that Game Boy, and it has Pikachu, Jigglypuff, and Togepi on the front of it.
Togepi.
Oh, that's
wait.
fire.
Maybe there are different versions of this, because there's one that has a Pichu on it.
I had a golden Game Boy Advance that had like Pichu and something else on it.
Oh, there's a Game Boy Color here.
I only have the SP.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I think that the SP is one of the greatest handhelds.
That was such a game changer, bro.
It was
insane.
so
That was
awesome.
such a game changer.
Yeah.
That
Like,
backlight?
literally. Yeah, the backlight.
Save my
made-
eyes.
I mean, driving home at night from whatever restaurant or whatever gathering we went to.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Man.
Changed
Wow, yeah.
so much.
That's so true.
That was
Because
a
I would
good
be
time when
underneath
that
the
came
blanket with that little Game Boy lamp.
I mean, yeah,
Just-
we all did it.
I
I had
did
it
that.
too, and it was
Like in the car, like waiting for like you to pass under like a
Yo,
street light.
I was just about to say that. My dad got so mad at me one time because I was like leaving the Game Boy to try to get in the light, and he was like, "Man,
boy, if you don't stop.
basically something like that."
These
Probably in
kids
harsher
nowadays,
words.
They just
They
don't
have
know
it
the
so
struggle.
easy,
They don't know the struggle.
which is the boomerest thing that you can say. But
Had to walk uphill both ways to play Game Boy.
Oh my god. All right, now we can jump into this third gen smoke.
that didn't take too long. All right,
Yep.
Yeah, we just needed to get a general idea of who Phrasure is in the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
fair enough. All right, let's go.
So you have grievances to air.
Here we go.
I am a huge fan of the third generation.
Mm-hmm.
The third generation. While I said that the second gen is the first one I have active memory of like playing.
Okay.
3rd gen is the first one that I have active memory of beating, like on my own.
That's fine.
Any assistance.
Not gonna lie to you. If you would have said 3rd gen was your first game, I would have walked out.
No, I totally understand that.
I would have left.
3rd gen was the first one that I beat on my own. Sapphire version was the first one that I like remember playing through and actually like knowing what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Did not need anyone's help. Was all on my own. I don't know. I like it a lot. I like the Pokemon. I like the area. I don't mind the surfing. I think diving is cool. I think the contest thing was really interesting. Mixing the berries or whatever. I liked that.
No.
I'm with you on that. Yeah.
I liked what was it? The interviewer duo, the interviewer Gabby.
I actually thought that was
cameraman
cool.
Ty.
They were cool. I almost made that a question, and that's wild that you remember their names because that was gonna be one of the questions.
Yep.
Gabby and Ty, I will never forget because they were when I needed to grind.
Exactly.
Like that's where I
Double
went
battles,
because it was a double battle, and once you beat them, they like max out at level 39 or something, which is wild because he has an X-Ploud, but Loudred doesn't evolve until level 40.
Oh, this is gonna go well.
Makes me mad.
Yeah.
This is gonna go well. Real
that.
quick, before me and Shaw were basing our like quiz questions for you, they're definitely all for 3rd gen.
I
but
imagine
we're like talking about what level I guess to make the difficulty.
Yeah, I was really.
This is gonna be fun.
I was like, man.
This is gonna be fun.
So it's just because that was just such a constant thing for me was battling them. Like that was where I had to grind because I didn't like battling wild Pokemon to grind. And I didn't like.
It never works out.
Useless.
Nobody wants that.
Useless.
Like 3rd gen.
Yeah, no. So
Okay.
and all right. And I also like.
Yikes.
So one of the things that I really liked about 3rd gen was the Reggie trio, Regirock, Regice, and Registeel. And the reason that I liked them is because of their involvement with like Braille in order to like figure out like it was a puzzle to even get them.
Shaw's loving this.
Because you had
I'm bright-eyed right now.
excuse me. You had to. There was a puzzle that you had to do first to like unlock their caves, and then each cave had a different puzzle that you had to complete, and you had to read the Braille and do whatever it was. And I'll save it because I know what all of them are. I can think of them right now, and
This man played a lot of 3rd gen.
I played a lot of 3rd gen, and because like
I'm so sorry.
for a while I
Shut
did.
up. Let the man speak.
For a while, I didn't have a DS.
Yeah.
So not only like when I saw like the Pokemon designs for 4th gen, I was like, I don't really, whatever. And also, I think at that time, I was in a phase where the people around me didn't think Pokemon was cool, and I was
phased out. Yeah.
Phased out for a minute. And I was like, okay, fine. I won't. Even though I was secretly like, but I don't wanna.
I can't wait for this new one.
So, and so, like, my little brother had it, and he was excited about it, and so I was probably annoyed about that, and I was like, I don't want to play it. And I was a grumpy old man ended up. So, yeah, I mean, that's why 3rd gen is so, like, important to me, is because, like, I played a lot of it. I didn't play for a while. I only just recently played 5th gen finally. A couple years ago. I started playing 6th gen recently, and I have not gotten very far. Having children it makes it very difficult to
I can't imagine.
do things that are not raising children.
Yeah.
Which, disclaimer, I really like raising children, and my children are really cool, but I don't have a whole lot of time to play video games. Yeah. I did get the remakes of remakes. I only got one. I got Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
I played through it once and was like, cool. It's really neat. I get it. It's the same game that I played, but it had, I mean, there were differences, and I really enjoyed.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask, like, did you feel kind of like satisfied from like how they
did
that one?
I think I did. I think I did mostly feel satisfied. I really like the updated graphics. Like I said, I only played through it once, so I don't really remember. Oh no, I touched the microphone. Everything's gonna be awful. I don't really remember much because I only played it like
Okay.
once.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I remember playing it and being like, "Oh no, this is cool. This is cool. I get it." I have not played 7th gen at all.
Yeah, you're not missing
Heard that
a
I'm not missing
whole lot. I still think you should play it.
Yeah.
I want to. The completionist in me wants to. I want to
Mhm.
be able to say that I've played all of the generations, and I am really excited for 8th gen. I'm really excited for Sword and Shield.
The remakes for Ruby and Sapphire were cool. They were good remakes. The only thing I didn't really like, aside from it being 3rd gen again, was Mauville being like a giant building instead of
care for that.
a town.
I did not care for the way they changed Mauville.
I didn't like that at all.
That was not cool.
I was okay with it. I mean,
I wanted the old
I know
Mauville
it's
back.
not, I know it wasn't the same, but it kind of saved it. The fact that it was like another universe, you know.
Oh, you're talking about the one that's like it's almost like a big mall. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Basically,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
It's like a mall and like apartments.
It's like in the original game, it's just like a town with
Yeah,
the gym and the game corner, and
Yeah.
but they turned it into a mall.
Yeah, but there wasn't much there though.
It went from
I liked
Mauville
it.
to Mauville.
I thought the wow,
That's
okay,
funny.
You're done here. No, I thought the mall thing was kind of cool, but only because I only played Emerald and it was like so long ago, and I did not remember anything from that game. So it was like playing a new game for me,
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
So the mall thing was kind of cool to me.
I also like that Emerald introduced the Battle Frontier.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I really liked that. And I don't remember much from the Battle Frontier because I didn't do it a whole lot, but I thought it was cool still. I remember one of the things was you walked into a Survivor.
Yeah, I thought that was real cool.
That was the only one I beat.
I don't.
That was the easiest one.
Yeah.
I don't know that I beat any of them. Honestly, I can't remember. I cannot recall. And I know that you can catch a Smeargle somewhere in the Battle Frontier.
I love Smeargle so much.
Yeah.
Smeargle is severely underrated as a Pokemon. It's not very good.
That was
but
awful.
it is-
Yeah.
but it is a really,
It's good for
Definitely
breeding.
Really nice.
It's a really cool Pokemon. What?
It's good for breeding.
Breeding. Okay. I thought you said reading, and I was
Yeah,
like,
No.
I heard that as well.
I was like,
huh?
no, he paints. I'm sure of it.
You're incorrect, sir.
I'm weak.
Have you played the remakes for Silver and Gold?
Have I? I think I did probably once or like partially or something.
I was about to say those are the best.
Kinda have
Some
to,
of the best
yeah.
games
I mean-
in the series.
I think that is probably the best remake in the sense that like it got the update that it deserved. Like I feel like the remakes for Gen 3 are kind of just a cash grab.
Yeah.
And kind of made out of necessity because Generation 3 they had a lot of tools, and I mean there wasn't much to be changed or updated.
Yeah.
With from Generation 2 to the remakes in Gen 4, right? They got Gen 4 remakes. There was a whole lot that had changed, and so many things that they couldn't implement in Gen 2 that they could implement in Gen 4. So I understand why those were remade. I don't really think that Gen 3 needed to be remade. I like the remake, but I don't think it was really necessary. I understand that. And even like from Gen 1 to Gen 3, the update there, the Fire Red and Leaf Green remakes, I think that those were pretty cool.
I always kind of forget about those for some reason.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day. My best friend, his girlfriend, I got her into Pokemon by like just saying, "Look, take Fire Red and just play it."
Yeah.
Just play it. And
I
now
play
she's like
Fire
a huge
Red as
fan.
opposed to Leaf Green.
Maybe
For the
it's,
record.
maybe it's a trick to like for newer players maybe like just because it looks.
Oh,
fresher.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's 100%.
Especially because like if they're gonna be jumping in, you give them some backstory and like context to like what they kind of missed out on. I guess.
Oh, but you know what always bugged me was that stupid tutorial button. Like when you hit like L or R by mistake.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
and then
no,
the
I
blue
didn't like
screen
that.
shows up with the tutorial.
I did
and
not
was
like that in Fire Red and Leaf Green.
I was like, it's Pokemon. I press A or B.
The entire game is a tutorial.
I promise you'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
I did like in the remakes, Fire Red and Leaf, in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I liked the Sevi Isles. I thought that was an interesting addition because it was, I don't know, it was just neat.
It felt like an anime episode, to be honest. Like the
Yeah, I get that.
with the grunts on that one island, and you have to like fight like
The
five
one-
of them or something.
Yeah, and with the thing with the Hypno.
Yep.
Oh, see, that's
The
later.
pedophile.
That's later. No, okay,
It
look.
would have been a good
that's later.
transition, but
That's later. There's something before that.
All right.
That's later.
Ooh.
Ooh,
but,
y'all wrong
But
for
no,
that.
I get what
Y'all
I get what you're
wrong.
saying about the anime thing. It does kind of feel like it because it feels like a side quest,
Yeah.
which Pokemon doesn't have a whole lot of.
it
side
should
quests.
have more side quest
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, but that one was kind of a nice little detour from just battling gyms and earning gym badges and going to the Indigo Plateau.
Yeah.
Which is a fun thing to say.
Yeah.
Speaking of gym badges, you have answered our gym
yes
question that we asked
earlier. I want to throw it out there that when I was listening to the episode with the gym question, I was really interested, and it was really neat to see and hear all three of you answer it in such different ways.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you all had such different approaches. And I think that mine is going to be a different approach, too.
Oh,
because like,
I'm excited.
I feel like you guys, and in the group chat also, were kind of like really, I don't know what, like really serious with it. Like, not to like.
Shaw's is kind of humorous with the spook enthusiast.
I mean, that's true. The spook enthusiast was really cool.
I appreciate it.
So here's what I have. So I'll leave it at that, and this is what I have. So it's specifically, so the person that I'm taking out this is specifically in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, which is funny that you said that earlier. It's specifically in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Taking out Jasmine, the 6th gem, the Steel gem.
Oh, my baby.
So here's the thing. I think this is going to be pretty interesting. So I did kind of just a backstory. So Jasmine, she's typically very quiet and very reserved. And so she gets tired of being overwhelmed, and she gets tired of the constant interactions with trainers, and would rather spend her time taking care of Amphi, because that's part of the whole deal. Is you have to help her take care of Amphi before you can battle her.
Right.
So it almost already kind of seems like that's not really what she wants to be doing. She just kind of is there.
Yeah.
So she decides to step down as the Olivine City gym leader, and she taps in her cousin, whose name is Darian, to be the new gym leader. Darian is from the Sinnoh region, and she's also a steel type trainer. She's a hip hop artist whose stage name is Darian Gray. And she claims her bars are hard as steel.
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is amazing.
So Jasmine called her to be the gym leader just as she was ending a tour in Hoenn. She redesigns the gym and takes it from a very minimalist gym to a full arena filled with trainers who are merch sellers, roadies, and a manager. They're the pre-gym leader trainers you face. They all have custom sprites. The manager has a custom sprite holding a clipboard on the phone. And she asks, after you beat her, she asks, do you have a booking contact I can get in touch with?
That's dope. That's so cool.
There are roadies who have male and female sprites. The male is rapping chords, and the female is carrying a speaker, kind of like falling over.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I can imagine that so well.
Right.
The merch sellers have male and female sprites. The male is folding Darian Gray shirts, and the female is counting cash with a Darian Gray hat on. The puzzles throughout the gym are rhythm-based. The screen,
yep.
Shaw's
Shaw's going crazy.
Yes. The screen will play a beat, it'll play a beat, and if you have the music off, the screen will show it. Kind of like tap it. It'll tap tempo.
That's for me and you right there, I think.
Yep.
And you have to time the button shown on the screen, A, B, X, Y, or the D-pad, along with the beat to pass and move forward.
It's like a Guitar Hero thing right now.
Yeah,
right?
It's kind of like that. I think there was a Donkey Kong game, like
Jungle
I'm thinking
Beat.
of yes,
Yep.
but I'm thinking
Instantly.
I'm thinking of specifically. There's like a Mario Party 3 game that has some sort of something with that. But that's for a different podcast when you start a Mario podcast.
Not happening.
So when you get to Darian's battle is a double battle alongside her DJ Coronet.
Oh.
DJ Coronet
that's
is also from Sinnoh, hence her
This is
DJ
all
name.
like me, right?
So Darian has a Metang, a Lucario, and an Empoleon. And DJ Coronet has a Skarmory, a Mawile, and a Magnezone. And after the battle...
That team broken.
After the battle, Darian gives you the bar badge and gives you the TM Gyro Ball.
That's so clean.
The bar.
Wow.
Phrasure got the best one. That's so cool.
Well, okay, to be fair, I had a little bit of an advantage because I already heard like all of your angles.
I mean,
so it was
yeah,
already... I cheated a little bit.
He used counterattack on us. That's cool.
Great.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of like itching for like an urban Pokemon game now.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
With Mel's and now this.
I think that would be really interesting. That's why I threw it in that Darien was Jasmine's cousin, because I feel like that could be like, I don't know.
It's kind of a funny dynamic to imagine her interacting with someone like that too.
Jasmine.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Because she's got like, she's really reserved and has like a dress even and stuff or whatever. Man, and that's so cool.
That was kind of the idea, was like, because I remember being little and going into that gym. There are no trainers there. There's just a path right up to her, and so it's really, I don't know. I think that would be a fun little dynamic.
That'd be a big like shock to the Johto region too, because there's nothing like urban there.
Exactly.
It's like all like traditional Japanese stuff.
Yeah,
exactly, and that's
cool.
And to shake things up.
Darien comes in to shake things up and is
literally and figuratively.
Yeah, exactly.
That is so dope.
That's what's up, man.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah. I don't know if y'all caught it, but Darian Gray is a Dorian Gray pun.
Yeah.
Portrait of Dorian Gray. I had to throw that in there because Portrait of Dorian Gray is my favorite book, I think. But that's for when you start a book podcast.
We got to ask every guest that now.
Right.
The gym leader question. That'll just be a staple.
Yeah. Got to.
I think it's a good one because it involves a whole lot of creativity.
Oh yeah.
As well as like, I don't know what they know about Pokemon. Like I had to do a little bit of research because coming into it, I was like, I really want to do Steel because I think that Steel might be my favorite type.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I think it's a little underrepresented. And so that's why I did that, but there was also, like, before 3rd gen, there were not a whole lot of Steel type.
Yeah.
Steel type was introduced in 2nd gen, so that's why I went with the 4th gen remake, or the 2nd gen remake in 4th gen.
Yeah.
So that I could include some of those Pokemon who were not there before.
Wait, I have a question. In 2nd gen, were there any Steel type Pokemon that didn't evolve from something that already existed?
Skarmory.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Skarmory.
How would I forget that? That's
I mean,
that's the only one, though, right?
Magnemite and Magneton were.
They're like so. Yeah, if the types weren't shifted, or if it didn't evolve using Metal Coat or something like that, I couldn't think of.
Yeah, no, because Onyx evolved into Steelix using Metal Coat. Scyther, Caesar.
Yeah. They always give us like very little of the type when they introduce types.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dark didn't have that many either.
No, it was Houndoom and Houndour.
And like Umbreon.
Murkrow.
And Murkrow, yeah. Which I will say, while I don't know much about 4th gen, and at first I was really, like when it was introduced, I was kind of upset about it, but going through playing like Pokemon Go and seeing them introduce 4th gen Pokemon, I kind of now really like the updated Pokemon, like the Pokemon who got evolutions later, like Honchkrow.
Honchkrow is so cool.
The fact that in 3rd gen it was just Roselia, and in 4th gen there was Roserade and Badu introduced. I think making Roselia as a middle type was really interesting.
Yeah.
Middle evolution, and I don't know. At first I was really bitter about it, but I think that now
I'm going to bring that up later.
Okay,
but
it felt really personal.
Oh no!
But I don't know. I kind of like it now.
I feel it.
And it feels like, it kind of feels, especially with now what they're doing with Alolan forms and Galarian forms, it feels kind of like if the Pokemon were designed now, like if the Pokemon did not exist before and were introduced into the game now, like that's what it would look like. There's no like, I don't know, like Exeggutor. If Exeggutor were introduced in 7th gen and did not exist in 1st gen, that's just what it would look like, and we would just know that as Exeggutor.
Yeah.
We wouldn't think we would think it was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But it would be like, that's just what it is. I think the comparison point kind of, I don't know. Words are hard.
I actually saw a post one day about it was like a redesigning of Pokemon, like what they would look like if they were introduced now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've seen that too, I think.
It's crazy to see how, like, to notice how much more, I guess, ornate, if you will, Pokemon have gotten since they first like, you think of Charizard, like, it's so plain. That's the thing I always like when I look at Pokemon, I'm like, I always like to ask people what like Pokemon they identify. Like, if you had to say quintessentially this Pokemon represents what Pokemon is conceptually and just like all that, like what they would pick, because it's always interesting to see like, I don't know, just the way things look.
Like style directions.
Yeah. They look so different now. Yeah. And I think that's a hang up for me a lot lately, is just how they're designed. I'm like,
I agree with that. I think that they're a lot, generally, I think they're a lot cuter now. Like, I think that the designs are a little cutesy, whereas some of the older ones I don't think necessarily.
Well, my idea though is more even thinking about like the
Ultra Beast?
The Ultra Beast. Like things like that are like, I always just call them Digimon. Like stuff like that.
They don't look like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Hey, but no, I think that's fair because they're from another universe.
It is, but it's like
they're still in the game though.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like,
it's still a Pokemon universe.
I mean, they're Ultra Beasts. They're not called Pokemon.
But you can catch them in a Pokeball.
I mean, they're capsules. You can catch anything technically.
You can't catch humans.
No, they probably built them to not catch humans because they have humans.
I don't think you can catch the regular animals in the world either.
They've never revealed any regular animals aside from like first gen.
They're like fish and stuff.
Thing. Kind of fish.
That fish Cramorat shoots.
We had
it's not a Pokemon.
We have a debate. That's a Pokemon.
It's not a Pokemon.
They just haven't revealed it.
It is not.
It's gonna have an evolved form too.
No, it will not. There's no way.
Why don't you be like a Galarian? What was it called? The one that has the schooling ability from 7 Gen.
Oh, Wishy Washy.
Yeah. Why don't you be like a Galarian form?
What a fun name.
Cramorat's like a buy one get one free. I think it's like
you catch this and you also get this.
Yeah. Everything must go.
But we have to go to court. I have to defend my man Hypno because he's been slandered for the last week and a half at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's innocent.
Because what did you say?
Hypno didn't do nothing with them kids.
Yes,
you ain't got no proof. I want to see proof.
Oh man.
Where is proof that he did anything with them kids?
I mean, I feel like it's just evident.
Well,
like, I feel
no,
like
it's not.
I think the thing with the I think the Sevi Islands thing, which I know you guys mentioned on the podcast previously, but I feel like the thing with the Sevi Islands where Hypno was taking a child into the woods.
Okay.
Like, I feel like that is pretty like.
But no one was in the woods with Hypno.
Exactly.
Yep.
So like,
you are.
There couldn't be any witnesses.
So no one knows what happened.
There couldn't be any witnesses, man.
That kid could have made it home that night.
Okay, but hey, there's gonna be some backfire. Remember, you said that you think that the kids write their own entries, right?
No, I think the professor writes it.
Huh? I thought you said that you thought that the trainers did that.
Oh,
So
like
that's why they were
well, like
entries.
you when you go and you fill it out.
Okay, so do you think there was a liar that wrote in the one for what was it? Yeah, for Hypno, like back in like first gen about it stealing a kid away or whatever.
I do.
You think that was a liar?
Because it was probably the same person that wrote that Pidgeot could fly at Mach speeds.
Okay, if I can interject here, and like just because when I think about, I feel like there's a disconnect here between Hypno itself and Pokemon's, I guess, thoughts on Hypno, like whoever made Hypno. So to make Hypno seem like mysterious and all this, they did this little thing, like, oh, maybe it steals a kid away, but I feel like Pokemon as a whole has never been like, I won't say not that dark, because they've gone to some dark places with some of those Pokedex entries. But when I think about like Hypno, I feel like the possibility is there that it's just like it lures kids away. Maybe nothing, not to do anything or anything like that, but like it's possible it just lures kids away. Like that's what it thinks is fun. Like who knows?
That's what I think.
But its whole concept is to hypnotize things. So it's like maybe it just wants to like hypnotize you, lure you away, whatever. I don't know.
And the Pokedex entries get pretty specific now. It'll legit tell you if it takes them away to another world or if it like steals their soul or something. Like,
I mean, but it also does have hypnosis in its arsenal as well as
maybe it
Dream Eater.
just wants to eat their dreams. You know what I'm saying? Like
Gengar does the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think that's healthy.
Do you think Gengar's stealing kids?
Well, it's stealing souls, but I mean. Not really.
He looked to the side.
Like,
oh.
I'm just saying, man.
Gengar ain't stealing kids.
I mean, it's killing people.
Neither is Hypno.
I think we even mentioned
Hypno
that
ain't
before.
killed nobody.
I think we even mentioned that before.
I guess my point is that in our world, we're putting something extra on this. Like the Pokemon world itself is like founded on this kind of like, I won't say necessarily wholesome, but like this solid foundation of like nothing too evil or like malicious happens here. But bad things do happen. Bad things do happen. I'll give you that. But like, I feel like if they intended for Hypno to be like doing anything extra, they would have been like, Hypno does extra. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would have said it.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have said,
fair. That's a fair.
If you would have said like Frostlass, because it legit says Frostlass lures men into its like lair to kill them,
which is fire. That is so dope.
Yo, that's nuts.
Okay, well, Hypno was from the first generation.
They
probably had some limits because this is this is the first step.
They update Pokedex entries though. Hypno has a Pokedex entry today.
Okay.
Can we? I'll look at it now.
Let's pull it up. Let's see what you talking.
And let's see if you do anything with them kids.
Yeah.
So we're looking for Hypno's 7th gen Pokedex entry.
Yeah, it would be 7th gen.
But
it's on that movie.
But just in general though, yeah, it can use Dream Eater. I don't know if it has Nightmare.
It could.
I'm sure it does.
It very well could.
It's gaining health and it drains health from Pokemon.
Every psychic Pokemon can learn Dream Eater.
I'm saying I just couldn't imagine what it could do to a person
But you could say that about every psychic Pokemon.
Yeah, but
they all learn Dream Eater.
But the entry says that it takes children away.
These entries say a lot of things.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
This isn't, I don't know if this is necessarily the Pokedex entry, but there's flavor text here from Sun and Moon. And it says, I'll read Sun, then I'll read Moon. Sun says, while it is an extremely dangerous Pokemon, people who are in need of a good, sound sleep call it their savior. And Moon says, as a matter of course, it makes anyone it meets fall asleep and has a taste of their dreams. Anyone having a good dream, it carries off. So that's anyone, not just kids, anyone. But
that's wild.
Again, I feel like they're like it just carries them off, like to collect them because it wants to eat their dreams continuously or something. Yeah, I have no idea. Who knows?
That sounds malicious.
Wildly.
And it doesn't say you die when your dreams get eaten.
That sounds malicious.
So you just wake up.
Well, the trainers there, they couldn't tell you.
It could just be that he like makes them sleep forever and just keeps eating their dreams, which is it's rough. Oh, okay. That's rough. I ain't gonna lie, that's rough. But
that's some Inception stuff.
So case closed. He's innocent.
No, definitely not.
He didn't do anything.
I mean, technicalities are innocent until proven guilty. So until we can prove,
it's an interesting thing to think about, like the laws of the Pokemon world, like the universe, like what kind of standard they would hold Pokemon to.
Like,
you know, what I mean?
like the checks and balances.
Yeah.
I don't think you could lock a Hypno up.
I'm so weak.
I really don't think you could.
Man,
can Hypno learn teleport?
No. How tall is Hypno?
Hypno, I think it's like 3 feet something. Maybe.
I think
I would imagine that.
Hypno is one of the
like 3'11".
Like it's
the 11 all the time.
It's
the Pokemon's height always ends. Well, not always, but it pretty frequently ends in 11.
Whoa, it's 5'3".
Oh, okay, that's way taller than I thought.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
Okay, so I'm a Hypno.
Shaw stared at me.
Right.
I mean, and it's called the human-like Pokemon, or it's one of them, isn't it? Like, or I know Kadabra is maybe.
Yo, that's creepy.
Man, keep him out of my neighborhood.
All right, keep him out of yours. He's not gonna do anything to anybody in your neighborhood. If you need to get to sleep, you do that. He's like Pokemon melatonin.
He's like a reverse alarm clock. You know?
I'm good.
Pokemon melatonin.
I'll take Mel. Give me some Ambien or something.
That's him. He got you.
No.
Because that stuff don't exist in the Pokemon world, but Hypno does.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Okay, I'm seeing Ultra Sun and Moon here.
New evidence.
Oh boy.
In Alola, Komala is Hypno's main target. It rarely harms people. And Ultra Moon says there are some Hypno that assist doctors with patients who can't sleep at night in hospitals.
Now, would you look at that?
So, I mean...
Would you look at that?
Yeah.
Maybe there's one or two that go rogue, you know what I'm saying? Who knows?
But you really don't like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I really don't like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So, is it viable?
It's the most updated Pokedex entry that we have. Case in point, he didn't do none with them kids.
I'm curious to see, if it makes it into Sword and Shield. I'm wondering how it's going to change now. What's it doing over in Galar?
It's not going to change. It's confirmed in the game.
Oh, is it?
We're going to
I
see
don't
it.
know.
It's confirmed. So is Scraggy and Scrafty. I saw that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not sure where they got confirmed, but on Cerebi they have a list of the confirmed Pokemon for the game. So I'm hyped that Scrafty and Scraggy are in the game.
Yeah. I'm happy for you.
Those are my favorite. I've been on the edge of my seat waiting on that one.
Yep.
Got any last words on Hypno, Jacob?
It's a creepy design.
Yes.
That's my closing statement.
I always thought it was really cool for some reason. Like I didn't like Drowsy, but I liked Hypno a lot.
Nah, that whole line, line unsettles me.
Notice there's no baby form.
Yet.
I'm weak.
Oh my god! If there was a baby form,
that'd be kind of cool.
Shut up.
I might vomit in my mouth.
I'm catching it.
Right.
I'm catching it. You know what? I might use a Hypno on my team now since all this
right.
controversy came
I
up
was
when
literally
the
other day like, man, I'm gonna use a Drowsy in my joint.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
8th gen. We might see
I might because some of these 8th gen Pokemon are not looking too hot.
Wow.
Segue into Sword and Shield news.
Well, let me proceed to walk out of the room.
We're not gonna talk about the leaks. We're not gonna talk about that because neither one of you want to see them.
For the record, Mel is pointing to myself and Shaw.
Oh yeah,
myself and Shaw.
As if there's a camera in the room.
Yeah, there's.
I can tell.
Coming soon.
We are not interested in the Sword and Shield leaks, and especially today, which I know that you are not hearing this today, but today there have been a lot of leaks.
Yeah, and I hate, and we're not talking about Farfetch and Surfetch and all that.
Wait, what?
Leaks.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I hate you so much.
Yep.
That was really
Wow.
subtle.
That
That's
took
really
me way
subtle
too
and
long.
Well done. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, that's already been revealed, bro. Like,
That's
what
what I was thinking.
All right.
That was my
It's like,
initial
what?
thought.
Yeah.
My initial thought was like, I heard you guys talk about this.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to ride a
that
Tauros.
was actually
and it's
awful.
just not going to ride a Tauros. I'm sorry.
My head hurts a little bit,
That's okay.
like a tiny bit.
Shot,
Well,
use confusion.
Hypno can fix that.
You can, and I'm gonna catch one.
All right, so Sword and Shield then.
Let's see.
Is there anything going on? What's
I mean, the leaks are kind of taking over
What's new in
everything. The
Galar?
game is basically out now, but
I hate that. Honestly, I don't like living in 2019 where games can't just come out and we all just, as a community.
this has
enjoy
always
it
happened
together.
with Pokemon, though.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, it hurts. I don't know. I like being like in anticipation of like something and just hey man,
Yeah.
I got this far and and blah 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 and this is all new.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We got a few new trailers, and some new info, I guess, since we last talked about it. So what Earth was saying last time with the wild areas where you can encounter like higher level Pokemon, and we're like, oh, it'd be cool if you can catch those. You cannot catch those.
Yeah.
We have confirmed that now.
Yeah.
So, which I mean, it's still cool that you can encounter them
Yeah.
and still get bodied.
What was the actual thing that prevents it? I can't remember.
I forgot what it was
Oh,
called.
that thing they like. You like when you try to throw the Pokeball at it, it's like
I think
you
it-
can't or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, I thought it just won't let you use them Pokemon.
Yeah, something like that.
I think that's really cool. I still would like for you to be able to catch them, add more to the open worldness of it, but
Yeah. I mean, it's really not too bad of a trade off. I mean, you still can't use it until you have the amount of badges you need, to use that level.
Well, that's the thing though, is like if you're just going through though, you have like, just because I saw it, like a level 58 Vespa Queen, and you roll up to the second gym, and you just get lucky, and it, like you could sweep everything that way, like potentially. It would be annoying, but I don't know. So that's where I'm kind of glad you can't do that. But it's not my gameplay that someone's doing that in, so I don't really care. Really, at the end of the day.
yeah. The new trailers look cool. We got a better look at Zacian and Zamazenta, both doing their I guess their signature move.
I actually haven't seen that
I
yet.
haven't seen
I
that
missed the
either.
trailer also.
Are y'all purposely not watching the trailer?
No,
Jacob
I think I just missed it.
and Shaw?
Like the trailers, anything that's like Pokemon official, that's fine.
Yeah, I missed it. I just saw, I guess there's been so much promotion for the whole dual pack thing.
No, yeah.
I saw that, but
Yeah, the Japanese trailer was out when I watched it. I'm not sure if the English one is out.
Okay, I saw a Pokemon official post like a 7 or 9 minute trailer. Okay, that might. I was looking for it on the English one, but I couldn't find it. So
yeah, it's just more gameplay footage. They're just kind of cycling through everything, and
okay,
yeah, it's a pretty nothing new gets revealed, but they're just showing more of the game.
Gotcha.
Which I'm even more excited for Zacian because its sword, when it attacks, its sword it's aura around it, and it takes a different shape and
Oh wow! Wait, oh yeah. So, because I remember you were more fond of Zamazenta. So has that changed?
Yeah, I liked Zamazenta better at first because I thought it looked more like a like a legendary Pokemon. Zacian, I don't know, just kind of looked kind of naked to me. And the sword in his mouth I thought was kind of weird.
I always liked it.
I've grown accustomed to it now because that's the game I'm getting.
Yeah.
So
I will be getting Shield.
Okay.
Because my brother ordered the dual pack. He is gifting it to me for my birthday, which is just passed.
Happy late birthday, Phrasure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all. So he is taking sword, and I'm like, I will play either one. It doesn't really matter to me.
Which starter are you picking?
Sabo.
I'm
going with Sabo.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm picking Sabo. I think that I usually go with Waters, which I know that you usually go with Fires, Mel. But I don't know that. Yeah, no, Sabo, because I'm really interested in its evolutionary line.
Any predictions on the typing?
I really want it to be Water Ghost.
That's what everybody wants.
I know that y'all have talked about that.
Everybody wants.
I really want it to be Water Ghost.
It turns invisible.
It's not that I don't want Water Ghost.
Invisible.
I just don't think it's happening.
And I just think that typing is really interesting. Like, I think it's an interesting typing.
Oh, yeah.
And I want...
Because there's only one water ghost. Was it Frillish and Jellicent?
Yeah.
Creepy also.
I love that thing. In game, anyway.
That's the Pringles, man.
I really want... is it Grookey? Grookey?
Yeah.
Which one?
I'm not sure how you pronounce it yet, but I'm guessing just Grookey.
I think it's Grookey. But I want Grookey to be grass fighting.
Yeah.
That's new for grass.
Yeah.
I saw Earth say it like a couple days ago that Chestnut kind of left a bad taste in his mouth with the grass and fighting.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of on board too.
And that's only because of how it looked. I just the final evolution was like, what are we doing right now?
I mean, but what exactly is Chessman like? What kind of animal? Like,
I have no idea.
Start at,
I have no idea.
Some sort of like rodent. I feel like
it's like a rodent and a turtle combined or something like that. Towards the end, anyway.
I can't remember what the final evolution looks like.
I'm more fond of like the monkey design with like Grookey. So I don't know. I have. If it was grass fighting, I'd be fine with it. I think it'd turn out good.
I think that's awful typing, like competitively, but
okay, all right.
It would look cool. I think
it's fine.
Oh yeah, it would be a bad typing competitively because flying could.
Psychic's pretty prevalent. Fairy's pretty prevalent.
I still am learning fairy, as far as like advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah.
I always forget what. I just don't even pay attention.
Fairy's like the best type in the game now.
But grass is because I think we talked about that last time. Grass is kind of bad actually.
It has the most.
It's just the most weaknesses. So
man,
there's also Score Bunny.
That's mine.
I mean, I know that y'all talked about this a lot, but I think the obvious typing is for it to be firefighting, and that's lame and overdone at this point.
Yep.
I would like.
I won't even mind, to be honest.
I mean,
as long as it's not fire normal. Because people keep saying that.
That was a really weird.
Oh, yeah.
What Pokemon did they do that with? I know it was 6th gen.
It was Pyroar and
yes,
Litleo.
Mm-hmm. That was very strange. I don't understand normal as a secondary typing. What does that add?
I'll say it every time. It should not be a type.
I think it needs to be a type. I think that it needs to exist, but I do not think that it should be paired with anything as a secondary. I don't know. I can get behind like normal flying type.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. That's all that needs to happen.
I don't even like that, to be honest.
I don't know. Is that? Yeah.
Wait, you said fire fairy?
No, he was talking about like
normal flying.
Normal flying types.
Every bird is normal flying. Yeah.
I guess
this is not a special kind of bird. This is normal.
Right.
Yeah,
it's a normal bird.
Skarmory, that's a metal bird. It's a steel bird.
It's like okay.
Yeah.
I don't
know. News wise, I think that's about it. Because the game is out now. It'll be out by the time, I guess. But it's everything is leaked just about. So we're not gonna expound. I couldn't resist. I've looked at things. I know what happens.
Yeah.
Not story wise, but
the dog dies in the end.
No.
Old Yeller. It is
How
time.
much Marley in me instead of old Yeller?
Oh boy.
I'm sure there's a BuzzFeed quiz that tells me something about.
Oh, speaking of which, it is time.
I'm good at segues.
Yeah, you are. You're fantastic at it. That old fun time.
All right.
My favorite part of the podcast, quiz time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
I had to apologize earlier, but I don't know, man. I think you might be good.
yeah, mine might be too easy for him. Cause
we will see.
So I believe me and Shaw have 4 apiece.
4 apiece, so total of 8.
Crap.
Oh, you got 3.
Why? I don't know why.
You have more.
I don't know why. But I'll pick some.
Whoa!
No, let's do it all. Let's do them all.
Oh, okay.
I'm here for it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
What is a passing score? Is it if it's out of 10?
Well,
out of 10 questions.
Yeah, so.
Well,
I'll knock one off.
No. I want all of the questions.
Okay.
I'm here for all the smoke.
well, if you want, you can't get. Well, you can get one wrong then.
One?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick it off with mine. And these are all 3rd gen, of course.
Yeah. Does that include consoles? Does that include?
No.
policy?
Well, mine don't.
Okay.
Yeah, mine.
Okay. So it's all 3rd gen. Yeah.
In 3rd gen, which is Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald,
Mm-hmm.
there are 6 ghost type Pokemon.
There are 6 ghost type Pokemon.
Name all 6.
Sableye,
Mhm.
Duskull,
Yep.
Dusclops,
Mhm.
Shuppet,
Mhm.
Bayonet.
Mhm.
Give me a second. Where's that last one? It's obviously a one-off. It doesn't evolve. It wouldn't evolve from anything. It's a Sableye.
This one's tricky.
Oh, it's tricky. Okay, hold on.
It's tricky.
It's not a-
You got like 15 seconds.
All right. Let's give me a hint. Can I ask for a hint?
It does not evolve from anything, but
Does it evolve
It's-
into something?
no. But it's related to an evolutionary line.
It's related to an evolutionary line. It does not evolve from anything. God, this one.
10 Charmander, 9 Charmander, 8
Can't
Charmander.
focus with that.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth. I'm blanking. I'm blanking on this 6th one. This is wild. I'm just going to wait. Hold on, because there's a ghost. There's a ghost gym, not gym leader. Elite Four.
Gotta answer now.
Oh God, because she has she doesn't. Anyway, nope. She has all the ones that I named. She has Bayonet and Dusclops and Sableye. What's the 6th one?
The answer to that question is Shedinja.
Oh, I'm so heated. Wow.
That was crusty right there.
That was to start off with that was rude.
Yep.
Moving right along.
Oh man, I should have gotten that
That
one
was
though.
kinda
I really like Shedinja. I really like Shedinja as a Pokemon.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
Question
I
number
accept
2. In 3rd gen, the protagonist's name is Brendan.
Mhm.
What color is his hair?
White.
No. Incorrect.
What?
His hair color is brown.
His hair color is brown?
That's a hat.
That's a hat?
That's a hat.
Yep.
No, that's.
He said no. He
it's
said
white.
nah.
It's white.
I only found that out from the Oros artwork.
Same.
Yep.
I thought it was his hair the entire time.
He just dyes it. It's fine. He dyes the top of it.
Question number 3. And this one,
It's like frosted tips, but like.
oh god,
I'm
he's in a boy band. Number 3. You encounter a sailor named Mr. Briny who has a house,
Uh-huh.
and he takes you back and forth to the island where you fight the fighting gym.
Yeah.
What is his Wingle's name?
Pico.
There you go. You got it.
That was
All right.
horrifically fast.
Yep.
I would have never got that.
Hey, that was one of mine.
What was it?
Yep.
Hey, okay.
Yep.
All right.
Knocked it off. All right. And the last one for mine.
Mm-hmm.
There are 5 poison types in 3rd gen.
Oh God.
Name
I
them
don't
all.
use poison.
Name them all.
I don't use poison Pokemon. Are they all 3rd gen Pokemon or are
Yeah,
they-
it's none from any other generation.
there's coughing in there.
Well,
There's
my bad.
There's
My bad.
coughing and
All
wheezing.
the
All the
Hoenn.
ones that you're talking about are specifically 3rd gen.
Yeah. Hoenn.
Okay. There's the Viper.
Yep.
God, I really don't use poison Pokemon, and they annoy me. I don't know why, but the poison typing specifically like just gets on my nerves. I don't know why.
I got you.
So I do not.
So we got Survivor.
I got Survivor. Let's see.
You also got 20 seconds left.
Jesus. Oh, man. It's gotta spend all my time complaining about it. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna.
That the only one?
That's the only one that I can think of. Wait, no, hold on. There's not a poison gym, is there? There's not poison Elite Four either.
Ooh, baby, that time is up.
Yeah, no.
Shout something out right now.
I'm really mad about it. I'm really mad that I can't think of any. But Roselia.
Okay, yeah, okay, keep going, Roselia. That's 2.
I know that it's got to be like grass poison. I can't.
I'm gonna give you a hint. There's another. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
No, I can't. I'm bowing out.
Out.
I'll take it.
All right. Gulpin.
Oh God, I hate Gulpin and
There is
Ugh.
Swalot, and there is
Oh boy.
Dustox.
Dustox. All right. Is are Cascoon and
No, they're just
they're
bugs.
just
Yeah, I was debating on that in my head. I was like, yeah, I couldn't remember if cast form. Well, the other one is
Cascoon and Silcoon.
It looks like it because it's purple, but
or not cast form. Yeah, cast form. Yeah. Yeah.
That's form. Rip.
There's a cast in there. Might be.
delete that Pokemon.
All right.
Oh boy, Deb.
Sorry,
So
everyone.
he dabbed and sneezed.
So Shaw, move on to your
All
portion.
right, let's see if I can do better on this
All
one.
right. Well, you knocked out one of those. So that's less than work. All right. Who's that Pokemon?
All right.
This Pokemon siphons the body fluid of its prey through its thin tubular mouth. Its light pink body color turns vivid when it finishes feeding. Who is this?
Okay, Shaw hates you because I don't know what.
Say that one more time. I'm gonna.
My bad.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
need
Let
that
me.
repeated.
My bad. Yeah. Okay. This Pokemon siphons the body fluid of its prey through its thin tubular mouth. Its light pink body color turns vivid when it finishes feeding.
I'm so mad because the only pink Pokemon that I can think of right now is Skitty.
If Skinny did that, bro.
Skitty did that. I don't like that.
God. Okay. Pink body. That's gonna be my tip. That's good. That's
Pink body.
Yeah. Well, a hint. This Pokemon has a unique evolution.
a unique evolution. Is it a dual type or is it a single type?
It's single.
Single. I don't read the Pokedex entries, man.
Ooh. It's a good thing we didn't make this the Pokedex entry episode.
Wow.
I straight don't. I always just skip through it so that I can nickname my Pokemon. Tubular mouth. What on earth?
That is so weird. That is
Sorry,
so
man.
weird.
You know what it is?
I love it though, yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. Ironically, it's about how it hunts and stuff, you know. So.
How it hunts. Oh, is it Gorbis or is it Hunter?
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. He got it.
See?
That
was nice,
I
right?
caught it.
I like that one.
I caught that. I caught the hunt. The hunt. It made me think of
The
Huntail.
hunt hint.
I got it.
You gave it away.
I get it.
All right. Because, I mean, he was out of time, right?
Yeah.
See?
Like super out of time.
No, it was about 10 seconds.
All
Great.
right.
Spectacular. I'm doing astronomically well.
Hey, man, yeah, you're doing pretty good, actually.
Mine's going to be way worse in the future, so don't worry about it.
Oh, great.
All right. How many dots do the Reggies have on their face?
7.
Ooh.
what's up.
He need 2 points for
All
that.
right.
I only know this because one of them, and I think it's Regice has 3, 3, 1.
Yep. That's crazy.
Hey, he need 2 points for
Yeah.
that.
I did not expect that.
Redact to missing one of mine.
Yeah. I really, and I gave him an A through D type.
Oh,
what?
was
he
there
just shot it off.
Yeah.
Yo,
multiple choice question?
Yep.
That's bomb.
Phrasure
I'll
got
say,
quick
wow.
claw.
Bars.
Oh, he said that's bomb.
Like
You
that.
heard him? Phrasure says bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
BOM.
Follow Mistakes out now. All streaming platforms.
But funny enough though, when I was making this question, I just realized that I guess I don't know, it's odd, but they had the 7 dots or whatever.
I don't know that I've never
third gen and fourth gen with Regigigas.
I don't know that I've ever noticed that they all have 7. I think I'm specifically only thinking of Regice.
I feel that. Had a unique cry and stuff too.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, that was for you.
I ain't with all that crying.
All right.
Wow. Well, now I feel like this is gonna be too easy.
Continue.
I'm proud of you, man.
You got speed boost.
All right. What is this berry called that is used to cure confusion?
I'm out.
Oh God, what is the?
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
Hold on.
I'm out. Oh.
The orange berry is 10 health. Citrus berry is 30 health. Mm-hmm. The pecha berry is paralysis. Is it the raspberry? No, raspberry is sleep, I think.
I only know this because I'm competitive.
God, what is the...
I feel like
this was multiple choice as well, but I'm kind of
used.
scared to do it because I feel like it would give it away.
What?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think it will, personally.
I cannot think...
You think so?
Especially if you had any of the ones that you named in there.
Because it's that one. Yeah.
No, I cannot
You don't
think...
think that's too obvious? For him?
Well, it might be.
He's kind of skillful, man.
Yeah.
It's deft. I done turned the timer off and everything. I completely forgot about it.
I can't think of it. I've named all the ones that I can think of: Oran, citrus, pecha, and raspberry. It's not Nanab, is it?
Mm-mm.
No, I have no idea.
All right. Well, the answer is Persian.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have got that.
Yeah. It's kind of an odd one. It's kind of an odd one.
That's
a Pokemon.
That's literally
point,
the only
honestly.
berry I've ever used in a game since like 3rd gen.
Confusion is the worst status, bro.
Yeah,
it's so annoying.
yeah.
It is
It's so
absolutely
annoying.
the worst. But I only ever use if I use a berry, it's a citrus berry. That 30.
Yeah,
30
30 health. Yeah.
30 health.
Because I'm like, wow, why can I get confused while I'm asleep?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no, that is
don't know, I'm asleep.
problematic.
I don't know.
Do you guys remember really quickly how I can't remember what generation it was, but Toxic and Leech Seed got stronger together if you used them both at the same time?
That's wild, and I don't remember that. But
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, I think it was around 4th gen. If you used Toxic and Leech Seed, Toxic gets stronger as it goes on, and Leech Seed also got stronger as it went on too.
that is rude.
It was I would just run around with Venusaur, just Toxic, Leech Seed, everything.
Yeah.
That is devastating.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know that. Interesting. Well, thank you. Yeah, I got to study. But okay.
All right, what else we got?
Oh
Well,
boy.
this is the name of that song.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's a name of that
Name of that
song.
song.
All right, here we
Yeah.
go.
Lord have mercy.
All right. Sorry, this is not at a safe distance from the mic.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting to see how this works.
All right.
Let me not look over there. Is this diving music?
Mm-mm.
No.
I could get how you could see that though. Let's say that though. Sounds aquatic.
Okay, now it sounds like a hideout. Like an aqua hideout or a magma hideout. It's not... I know that it's not a battle.
Mm-mm.
Not a battle.
I'm almost scared to give hints at this point because I feel like it'll give it away.
Oh, God.
'Cause you know
That part that
it's
just played probably would have gave it away for me if I was being quizzed on it.
Oh, well, let me continue then.
No, don't... No. We're good. We're good. God, what is that? Is that specific to Emerald or is that Ruby and Sapphire also?
Ruby Sapphire
Since
as
Ruby
well.
Sapphire as well?
Mhm.
Is it...
It's a hint. In Oros, Phoebe does visit here.
Oh, it's Mount Pyre.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That next part in the song that plays is kind of spooky. So that's why
I was like, I know that it's not just, obviously, that's not just in the normal route or a normal battle or anything, but I was like, God.
Phoebe's my favorite Elite Four member.
Yeah.
Phoebe
Yeah.
is fire. Phoebe is so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's from Alola.
You might be right.
Right.
Literally, I was looking at her in Pokemon Masters, and I was like, why is she...
Yeah.
Another one of those. Wrong region.
Mm-mm-mm.
Maybe she's another lost person, kind of like how Looker was. And
Was she washed up?
Yeah, could have been.
What's crazy too is that like she's wearing all this like hula stuff in the only region that has like real snow in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, which whatever, do your thing, but. Wait.
Live your life.
Well, no.
I'm tripping.
Fourth gen's got the snow.
Yeah,
I think the
Fourth
fourth
gen's
got the snow.
I always confuse those two regions, and
Interesting.
I don't know why. Like, I'll just confuse parts of them with other parts of it. Anyway.
I was like, maybe you're thinking.
I don't deserve to be on this podcast.
You got another one?
That's it. Yeah,
I mean, I am bombing this.
With
With
another music.
This is the last one.
I got you.
This is the last one.
Last question.
Okay, so I need to knock this out.
And then I've got a bonus question.
A bonus question. Excellent. I can't wait.
Cool. And this is another song.
It was another song. Okay.
Yep. Sorry.
Now, is this one specific to Emerald, or is this one also Ruby Sapphire?
Ruby Sapphire.
Okay. Okay, this sounds really elegant. Is it The Abandoned Ship?
I love that song.
This is tough. I'm like going through the region in my mind.
Actually, it's good.
Is it
music, actually.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it, but is it the Ice Cave? No, okay. My only other guess is the top of the like volcanic mountain that I can't remember the name of. Where you first battle.
Not that one. I know you're talking about. That's Mount
Okay,
Chimney.
I have no idea. What
It plays somewhere in the ocean. Somewhere.
Is this one the diving theme? Okay, I was like, because I'm gonna be mad.
No, that would have been straight up.
Right? The next one is the one.
Rude. Somewhere in the
Because I was
ocean.
surprised. You mentioned something about it earlier. I would have thought you for sure would have got this quick.
No, is it the Aqua Hideout? No, I have no idea. I'm out.
It's a sealed chamber, like where you unlock all the stuff with the Reggies.
Oh,
That's so
okay.
specific.
That is
So
incredibly specific.
Okay, well he remembered the Reggie stuff. Okay, the number of the dots on their face.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you.
All right.
I got you.
All right, well, Mel, let's get to your bonus question so I can have some sort of redemption, if any.
This one is not really for any points.
That's fine. I don't. Whatever.
I just want to get this one off. Who says this? I'll admit, I loved it up until Diamond and Pearl / Platinum, but they lost me there. I still play Sapphire and Emerald every now and then. Even Coliseum and XD for the GameCube. Love those. Crystal version was my favorite, though. I also had the trading card game video game for GBC, and I played the heck out of that game! !
Stand you. You got me heated. Where did you find this?
That is a Facebook post from 2009, June 12th, 2009.
Oh my lord.
Mr. Phrasure.
How did you? What on
So
earth?
Mel's in this room. He's also across the way with a sniper rifle.
That is stupid. That
I'm
is
so
wild.
From Mr. Phrasure. So someone added me randomly to a Facebook group called Pokemon Fans of the 90s.
Oh, weird. Okay.
I'm not even friends with the person that added me in the group. Okay. And the first thing I see when I go in there is a post from you from 2009.
Wow.
Am I in this group?
You are currently.
Apparently.
And the Pokemon Company also lost you when Diamond and Pearl came out. According to this post.
Wow.
But I do remember you saying like you were kind of against it, sort of.
Yeah, I mean that's.
At that time.
that's
You said almost exactly this.
yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
receipts match.
Which is good. Which is
You
very
pulled
good.
up a
I'm
post
sorry.
from 10 years
is
ago.
very
I
good.
can't stand you.
It's not like I went
Why are
digging
we
10
friends?
years. I didn't go digging. I just saw it when I
felt
got
like
at
the
it.
way you.
The way that you posted, it felt like you were sitting there right now, just like scrolling back through my Facebook.
I thought you were about to say something that like a professor said or something, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be interesting." And then,
I did too. I was really. That was wild. It was absolutely.
I
nuts.
didn't even have to dig on the group post. It was just the first thing that was there.
I need you to send me off pod. I need you to send me the link to that so that I can look at that because that is absolutely nuts.
It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, no, I'm
kind of like Hypno.
Yep. I'm a little bit shook right now. I'm surprised that you guys didn't ask me anything about Trickmaster. Not that I know a lot about Trickmaster.
I was going to. I was going to.
But I was like, man, I feel like it's a little too
same.
accessible.
Same.
And I was like, he might know.
I don't know if I would have for sure or not, but I like Trickmaster. I was going to ask some while,
like, where does he hide the first time or something, or whatever time.
Well, the first few times it like glistens, like it shows you where he's hiding. Like I think the first one is like under the bottom right cushion.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got for this episode. It's been a great episode.
Wait, hold on. There was something that I wanted to say. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, go for it, man.
This
is great.
Cannot remember at all. It is left my mind. Jeez Louise. Yeah, no, it's gone. Never mind. Sorry to do that to everyone.
Well, anyway, this has been GoldenPod City. I don't even remember what episode number this is.
This is 4. I think it's
4. This is number 4.
Shout out to 4th Gen remake.
Right. Yeah. please give us that.
Yep.
Thank you, Phrasure.
Thank
you
for
being on.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for
we will have more guests as more episodes come out.
But none of them won't be as good as me.
Maybe at the quiz though.
I'm really upset at how poorly I did.
You did well. You did
it's
really
like
good.
You missed some, but the ones you got were like, what? Why?
Yeah. I was like, what?
My memory is so like hyper specific to like certain things, like those. I don't know.
The way you answered 7 so quick.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I just Regice popped in my mind, and that was it. I was done. So
that was scary. I wasn't ready for that.
Well, anything you want to plug or get off before we get out of here?
My most recent album that came out last year.
Yeah, do that.
Sorry, guys. Ball of Mistakes. Any streaming services, we've made jokes about it. But it's actually pretty good. It's not Pokemon related at all. Oh, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that one of my favorite bars that I've ever written that has never gotten used. Well, it got used when I was bad, but it's still one of my favorite bars that I wrote. I actually put it into a feature that I did that hasn't been released, and I don't know if it's going to be released at this point, so I don't really feel bad throwing it out there. But one of my favorite bars that I've ever written that's Pokemon related is I'm spitting the fire like an Arcanine, an Entei, Moltres, and Charizard combined. And
ooh.
It's really like a super basic line.
Nerd raps.
Yeah, nerd raps.
Rap.
As far as like, I spit hot fire. Like that's Dylan. I mean,
yeah,
super basic, but I was really proud of it. I also wrote it when I was like 15. So
hey, I'm with you, bro.
I'm 25 now. That's been 10 years. So
Same time was this post?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he wrote that, logged off Facebook, and then wrote those bars.
Real quick,
that's amazing.
For the one time.
So yeah, new album. I say new album, old album, new album out on all streaming
still
services.
new to people who haven't heard it.
My Instagram is @JiggityJ, JIGGITYJ. I mean, I don't post a lot of Pokemon, but you can still follow me, and I'll try and post Pokemon occasionally. I don't know.
Just follow him anyway.
Yeah. You can catch me on tour. Not anytime soon.
Ooh, we announcement for not an announcement.
That was my tour announcement. Right. It was on a Pokemon podcast. That'd be
dope.
That would be dope. But I don't have a tour announcement. It was just a joke. I'm sorry, guys.
All right. Well,
that's all I got.
Mr. Phrasure, thank you again.
Thank you for having me.
So much.
It's been a pleasure.
I am Mel Crosby.
I am Shah Loar.
I am Earthling.
That's Earthling. And what have we learned from this podcast is that Hypno didn't do nothing with them kids.
And Gen 3
and he's
is fire.
Innocent. And Gen 3 is the worst gen that's ever come out. That's what we learned today.
Gen 3 is the most fire gen.
And we out.
Fire gen. Gen 3 is fire.